Felix, welcome to Best Ball Nation.
Yo, yo, yo. How we doing today? Phew. All right. Well. Another day, another dollar, another $9 for this last entry. I have zero idea if they're even close to being full. Let me get to the. I think that's what I have left. It's one more of these bad boys. Let's go ahead and click best ball so I'm not looking at classic stuff. It's sad that I've maxed that out. Oh, man, oh, man. Where is the 9? There it is. There she is. Okay. So I ended up getting, what's up, Garage? I ended up getting 17th. That last UFC fight pushed me from 2nd to 17th. It was a 5-round fight, so it kind of makes sense, but tough to go from 500 to $50. Tough day. I had a decent day in the NFL streets today. Played last night I had Puka, which was nice. I had Puka, and then I just stacked the Chargers, pretty much. And then 2 I had today. I had Trey Lance in there. I had Ronnie Bell, who did okay, and A.T. Perry. I had our boy A.T. Perry, which I was like, didn't think Jameis was going to play so much, so that was a good feeling. I love Jameis, man. He throws it. He does not he gets out of his hands. I hate my glasses, dude. It feels when I see it on the screen, it doesn't look straight. Anywho, yes, my ears are not even. What am I thinking? Oh, we're pulling it up. Top head. Boop. Share screen. Draftkings tournament. I'm going to give everybody about 7 minutes till we start. Let's go ahead and run a banner. What's this called? Edit the banner. 8:15. Oopsies. There we go. Show. I don't even know what the structure for this is. Open a new tab. That does not help. All right, so round 1, blah, blah, first 2 advance. Round 2, you double your money. So if you only put 1 in, if you get second, if you get 3rd through 12th, you get $15 back, which is fine. 1 and a quarter times money back, which is fine. Round 3. Let's see. Round 3, you play all 3. You double. Let's say you max it out, which would be silly not to max it out. That's $27. You pretty much double your money from if you max it out and make it to the 3rd round. Not easy to make it to the 3rd round, but if you do, it's a good day. What's the finals look like? 30 people in the final, $500 for last place. So say you squeaked it in, and it's riddled with injuries, but you squeaked it into the finals. Last place is $500. That's pretty awesome. And then if you just go up 5 spots, you're hitting 1,000. Another 5 spots, another 1,000. Another 5 spots, another 1,000. Another 5 spots, another 1,000. And then you're in the top 10. So things get tricky. 6 to 7, you get 6,000. Fifth, you get 8,000. Fourth, 10,000. Third, 12,000. Second, 15,000. First, 20,000. Now, all of my 3 entry and all these other drafts have been with the community. And it's not that I don't think I can't outdraft the community. It's just that you guys know what I'm drafting, so it's hard to outdraft you guys. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Still, I like the payout structure. It's always nice. Man. Let's see here. We got 4 minutes. Let's see what our best lineup was. Oh, we lost $10 somewhere. Oh no, we got $10. It's already added. That was NASCAR. Place 10th. I put a 33 single dollar entry. Trey Lance, Zamir White, Kendrick Miller, who got hurt. Danny Gray, because I thought Trey Lance and would show off the speed. Did not. Ronnie Bell did good. A.T. Perry, awesome. Chiefs defense struggled early, but found its footing and just put speed on the field. And then I kept hearing like Travis Kelce's going to play one drive, and I was like, well, I don't usually get a lot from my tight end. I'll just get what he usually puts up for one drive. And today it was nothing. Nothing, not a single dollar. But got me 10th. Wonder what he outscored us by a bit. Trey Lance, Prince, Merriweather, Rice, Perry, Justin Ross, Boston Monroe, Ronnie Bell, Chiefs, solid. What was this one? Oh, Sun scored a little bit better. Had Hayner, Zamir White, Miller again. I had Keeney Cole, Perry, Bell, CEH. 49ers D. I don't know how that scored more points. I do not know. Looks like I might cash just a smidge on the mini leaderboard. Are we close? Or are we close? Okay. Focus up, y'all. NFL. Best ball. Re-entry, button hook. I believe I have not maxed it. We will find out shortly here. Anything else happen? Puka looked good, which is good. Quentin Johnson had an up and down day. He had a few drops early. Finished it with a touchdown though. Just got to help the confidence. I think that's just kind of how he is. He's gonna drop some balls, but then he's gonna be like Sammy Watkins when he gets the ball in his hands. It's gonna be good things. That's my guess. Max Duggan looked good. Stenson Bennett looked good. I'm a little less worried that if something happens to Matthew Stafford that Stenson can't hold it down. Him, and then if I'll make sure we're ready to click that $9, and then if Stenson Bennett looks good, then that should be held up. There's a couple players that look good. 7 to 12. And it looks like that is my last one. Glossary, contest details. Who's in here? Harden. I know you're in here. I don't know any of these other names. see here. Let's see here. YouTube, no. Just made it. What's up? What up, buddy? Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. I think I can refresh it and it stays here. Nope. Nope. Take me back. Take me back. Oh, shit. I fucked up. I thought I could refresh it and look at I can look at it. Not at 12. I won't fuck up again. Good to know. Oh, our boy Pat is on live right now, I believe. Wasn't trying to, contradict streams, but you gotta stream when you gotta stream. So yeah, the kids went to bed. We showered, and we took baths. Got them real tired, real tired. Man, what a bummer. Going from 500 to $50 is such a bummer. Such a bummer. I was like, man, how can I spend this $500 on best ball? I had that rug. And I've been having some good games on for the preseason, but I haven't been able to take one down just yet. I'm in. Hope everyone is doing good. Nice to see you, Mr. Welshire. Haven't seen you in the chat in a hot minute. Happy to have you. Happy to have you. I should probably tweet it out now that I'm really thinking about it. So you're gonna hear some over there. Nope. Hit that like button. Hit the share button. Twitter. Bada bing. Bada boom. Post. Your tweet was sent. And back to the thing. With contest details, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're looking for one more person, one more lucky soul. One more. There it goes. There it goes. How many do you have in the million? I maxed that out 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I don't know. A while ago. Maxed that out with the show I did with Pat. So whenever that episode is, that is my last. That was my 150, and it was actually a pretty good show. We had some laughs and whatnot. So I would recommend checking it out. If you have time, obviously. If you don't have time, I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but I get it. I understand. Because I have loads of time at work where I just listen to podcasts and shit. Now you say, I think I saw that very episode. That episode, sorry. Now that you say that, I think I saw that episode. Sorry. No, you're good. You're good, man. You are good. I'm trying to think who I should have on. I'm thinking I should reach out to Laffy or maybe one of the RPS guys. They've all been nice to me so far, so I should remove this banner though. It's driving nuts. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull up the draft board while I'm at it, so I'm not leaving everybody hanging. I'm not gonna lie to you, Corbin. I have no idea which you are. I've drafted with Kever a whole bunch, so I know he's in here. He's in the chat. He just doesn't say anything. Obviously, Dane is here at the 9th spot. My guess is you are. I cannot remember. No, I have no idea who you are. Are you Eric God? That doesn't make any sense. My first guess was Sully, but that doesn't make sense either. Oh yeah, it looks like I may get Cup here, which is fine. I'm okay with Cup. Based on what has happened lately. Let's see. Got that dreaded Q tag next to him. So funny. Every day, baby. Every day. Had I been doing the Millie Maker, I'd probably be at 70 to 80% Cooper Cup. Like the dude's fine. He's hurt, but like he's gonna be fine before the season starts. Yeah, it could linger. You can't predict injuries. So yeah, like he's higher risk, but the dude was an elite receiver. Like I feel like people are forgetting that. Like he was wide receiver one every week while he was out there. Like maybe not wide receiver one, but like a wide receiver one every single week. Can't say that about Jefferson. You could say that about Chase, which is why Chase is higher than Cup for me. But who knows? Love that ASB's still out here. What's your Bijan exposure? I'm not sure. There's no way for me to check. It's not high. Probably like 4 to 6%. If I'm always first. Okay, good to know. Good to know. It's probably 4 to 6 though. Like I drafted him occasionally, but definitely not out of my way. And definitely when he was going at the second round, I was definitely grabbing him. Yeah, when he was healthy, he was wide receiver one. But I was kind of saying he was like wide receiver like one every single week that he played, or at least it felt that way. Obviously, it wasn't when Tyreek went off against the Ravens and Jefferson went off against the Packers. But I mean, the dude had like 10 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown every week. I thought I got ASB back, but I did not. I do get Waddle though. I'll take these injured guys for you. Happily take them. Happily take them. And if you know who I'm going next. What do you think of Bijan this year? I think he could be RB1. He could be. If something happens to Najee, he could easily be RB1. No, I on an honesty, I think he can be, top tier. He could be elite. He could be the next CMC, the next guy, right? I do believe that. I don't think there's a doubt in my mind that he can be that guy. I just don't trust Arthur Smith, and I don't know. There's something about Arthur Smith I don't like. What if this year he drafts a rookie running back, first round, like top 10 pick, and he just decides to air it out? Like this dude's psycho. Like he doesn't need this money. I feel like he wants to win, not using his best players. You know what I mean? Let's see how I can win with the shittiest players. Like he's gonna throw Tyler Heineke in at quarterback, and he's gonna throw Desmond Ridder at wide receiver, and he's only gonna let Taylor throw it to Desmond. Like that's the kind of dumb shit this guy does. Like, you know what I mean? So I like Bijan, and some of the people I watched. This guy was at the fantasy football show. I think his name is Smitty or Schmitty or something along those lines, and he loves Bijan. I like Bijan. I don't love Bijan. And I know what's his face likes him too. The Flock guy, Fantasy Flock, Mister Mason himself. I always want to call him Austin, but it's just because he lives in Austin. Do, 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 do. And I have one more week of fucking fantasy golf, and we are going to get some of those sweet, sweet tier credits, baby. Yeah, Bijan can catch. Bijan can run really well. The offensive line is decent. It's just, are they going to have a lot of 3-and-outs? Is the play calling going to be good? We know, like they have elite talent. They should be the ones to step up. They should be the team that does well and blows everybody out. Their defense is good, but not elite. It's good, not elite. Do I get Najee? Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you. 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 I take Bijan like if I up to the big four, I click Bijan every time. I think he's great. Yeah, I get that. I've been one. I've been blessed with like a top 5 to 6 pick most of the time on DraftKings, and then then I maxed out. Cup got hurt, and now I can take Cup whenever I want to. It feels like I think I've done like roughly 5 drafts since maxing the Millie over on DraftKings, and I have gotten Cup every time. So I think I still go Eckler like over Cup if he's there. Sorry, I go Cup over Eckler, but if Chase, Jefferson, CMC, like all those guys are like my next guy is going to be Eckler. Sorry if I didn't say that correctly. Eckler is after those guys, and I just partially, Chargers homerism, and I'm not gonna lie to you in any other way. It's just one, I didn't own him that much last year because I had a whole bunch of Najee, and I am a Chargers fan through and through. I do cheer for the Steelers now. I feel like, but I am a diehard Chargers fan, and I want as much Eckler as I can, and then I waffle between him and Diggs. And ASB. ASB's up there too. I love taking ASB early and then pairing them up with Waddle. Like that's like one of my favorite combos. Because then your floor is just like 40 points a week. Yeah, is he though? Like I get it. Like he might be the next LT, but we have Eckler still. He's not on my team. No, I like Bijan. I do. Like he's like right in that range. He's a first round pick. I'm not like saying I hate him. Trust me. If I hate you, you are CD Lamb. You're going to be ranked in the 20s to 30s. Like I don't like CD. Someone took Christian Watson from me. Who did it? Who done it? You, Dane. Who done it? I'm not gonna lie to you. DJ Moore and Justin Fields moved up my draft board. They are moving up my draft board. Just saying. They look good. Tell me I'm wrong. They tell me they didn't look good. I know that it was preseason, but Jesus Christ, I'm influenced by what I see, and what I saw was Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen all over again. Did you do any MLB on DK? No. I'm sweating a few injuries today, right on the fringe of making the second round. Last 2 games are on right now. No, I did some on Underdog, but let's see here. I doubt that I didn't come anything but last. sign in. I can tell you real quick. Live, right? Is it live? No. Drafts. Active? No. Drafts. Live. MLB. Results? MLB. What, $142? But that was last year, right? I don't fucking know. I didn't win anything. How do you do it? Completed? I'm drawing a blank. I don't know how to look at that stuff. I can tell you this much: I won nothing on baseball. Why can't I find it? It's live. Oh, I was underneath daily. Wait, did I get one to the? No. Yeah, I got seventh. Seventh. Eighth. And then my dinger, I got eighth. And then two more qualifiers. I got 10th, 5th, and 4th. Close. I shouldn't do baseball. It's a waste of money. Yeah, I was hoping I'd get Justin Fields or Herbert. Didn't get either. That's okay. We got Drake London falling to us here. You would think that I'm like if I didn't like Najee, I would be like all about zero RB. You know what I mean? Who was your highest exposure the year you won? Who was the highest? I think it was Cooper. I had like 80. Well, my highest exposed was Colin Johnson. He was a lock at. He was my lock at 200. No matter what, I was drafted Colin Johnson at 200. There was not as much thought in theory back then. I had my theory, and it was to get that combo early on, but then just like fill it with like different kinds of teams, like kind of smoothing out my exposures a little bit more. But in hindsight, I thought I thought that wasn't like the most plus EV move that I could make. Like either I'm going to make a bunch of money getting a bunch of teams to the finals or not, and it's like I was drafting bad teams, even though I was like, well, maybe I could get this, and this, which probably end up being a better idea for the winner. But yeah, Colin Johnson was my highest down, and then I would say I had a guy in every round. Let's just say that. So the first round was Derrick Henry. That like if he was there, I was taking him. And then my second round was who was my second round guy? I took Najee in that one, and it was either that was the year that Kenyon Drake and them were all good or like projected high well, and I was like, I don't think so. I think I ended up going a bunch of like not Nick Chubb and Najee, and then I think there was a wide receiver that I was going high on, but I cannot remember for the life of me. Third round was I had to get either Cooper Kupp or Chris Godwin, and I was drafting a bunch of those, and then hoping that the other would make it back. It was more like who was like higher on ADP at that point. Someone took ASP. Who took JSN? You, Mr. Period. Damn you. I'm still going to take Godwin. Beef up this wide receiver room. And then fourth round was the other person. It was like whoever had the higher ADP, like closer to one, I guess you could say. I don't know. The better value. I'd always let them go second. Typically it was Kupp because Kupp was going literally right next to Robert Woods. it was tough to get them combined. So sometimes I would reach. It depended on where I was in the round, but kind of like how I do with Najee and Watson right now. Like if it's at the tail end, I'll put Najee and Watson in the 2-3 turn, and rather than the 3 and the 4. Um, who else? And then the next round was the fifth, and I was grabbing Chase there, and then they said they couldn't catch or couldn't see the laces or something. So I knew that he would have like a natural fall. So I stopped taking him in the fifth, but no later than the sixth was he going for me. My top exposures this year through 50 millis. Laporta, 40%. Josh Downs, Musgrave, Gainwell, Pickens, Zamir, Zay, Kincaid. So, are you drafting anybody that played after for more than 2 years? No, it's cool, man. It looks good. Looks good, man. I don't know. It's better when you get a lot more in, but looks good. I like those players. I would like to think that I have a wide variety of players based on how I was drafting early, how I kind of switched it up. Uh, Jahan doesn't look good, but yeah, it makes sense to get Pitts here. Get a little double, like get Desmond Ritter later with DJ Moore. Look, I like Atlanta. I just don't trust Arthur Smith. Yeah, I love Josh Downs getting him like the 200s. I was drafting him in the 150s, like in the preseason big board, which is because I like him. I think he's a great player. I think he's going to smash. It doesn't make any sense that he went as late as he did. It's like ASB. The reason he went in the last round is because he ended up going in like the fourth round in the NFL draft or third round, the late end of the third round. I can't exactly remember where he got drafted. I know there was like 19 guys ahead of him, but like that was like the reason that people weren't drafting because he went so late in the draft. But if he's a good player, he's a good player. He just didn't fit anybody else's team, and I think Josh Downs is a great fit for that scheme. My problem is Anthony Richardson. Like he's not the greatest quarterback. He's perfect for best ball because he's just gonna drop big plays, right? Like he's gonna have good days, he's gonna have bad days. I think Spags killed it, but I had a hard time chasing it because I had like 5 shares early on at like pick 200. Like I had a hard time getting him earlier, like putting myself out there for that guy. My highest drafted through 385 drafts is Kendrick Miller, 20%. Not the greatest. I was hammering him early. Now I'm chilling out. Yeah. With that injury, we may not see him for the rest of the preseason. I'm guessing a knee sprain, which is what I think he had something with his knee. I don't know if it was the same knee or not, but man, I'm taking 2 attacks if you don't, man. Okay. Reggie Williams said it best. They don't have anyone on the roster that can do what he does. I love it. Right. That's true. I'm not sure who we're talking about at that exact moment, but if we're talking about Downs, facts. If we're talking about somebody else, probably facts. If we're talking about Richardson, facts. But the thing with Richardson, it's like, do they bench him at some point? You know what I mean? Like, if he's like looks bad, like if he's chucking people, I can see them bringing him in for like trick plays and dumb shit like that. in my personal opinion, my boomer way of thinking, the quarterback really should sit for the first season. For some players like him, like there's a good guy, Gardner Minshew, and get him a top weapon the next year. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he got Josh Downs, he got Michael Pittman, but like, throw the season out for 1 year, and then have an elite quarterback, who didn't get abused, making him run and whatnot, making his athletic ability, which we like as best ballers. But I don't know. It's kind of tricky. Kind of tricky. Everything is awesome. I can't wait for the first time. I don't know why I have him behind him. Tony will be here and Bateman will be here when next time I do that. I must have accidentally moved the wrong name. Now we got a little week 17 correlation there and there. I don't try to get week 17. I just feel like it's just built into the ADP now. I have a lot of Richardson too. It's like a high risk, high reward. It's not really a high risk though. Round 10. No, I'm not drafting any JT. I'm fading the full third for Najee. Yeah. Yep. The goal is to get as much Najee, Christian Watson, 3-4 turn, or 3-4 rounds, and it's tough. It's tough business. Tough business to be in when Christian Watson looked good. It's like it's satisfying, right? When Watson looked good out there. Love looked okay. Like he wasn't spectacular, but I think he looked better than what people are giving him to be. And I'm okay admitting that I was wrong. That Kincaid might be a guy, but it's never too late to start drafting a guy. I feel like he's getting a little bit of the Jamar Chase syndrome where he couldn't see the laces kind of thing. We definitely need a running back here. I'm going to grab Jerick McKinnon, and then we're just going to stack some running backs here. Might be Tank Bixby, Devin A-Chain. Or if we get Greg Dulcich, bring back. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Zach Charbonnet looked good. Everything is awesome. Let's see here. The big game, I won $10. I really won $10? No, KC Philadelphia. I won $417. What is this playoff shit? Benton returns again. Finals. Oh, I got 198. Gotcha. Completed. Just looking at my exposures on Underdog. Let's go ahead and throw this up. I'm not going to throw it up on the screen. I'm going to throw the board up. Through 155 teams, my highest exposed quarterback is Jordan Love at 34%, followed by Justin Herbert, 24.5%, Daniel Jones at 22%. I think Daniel Jones is going at an incredibly dumb spot. Like, he and Anthony Richardson share a similar upside, yet we know one 100% can do it, and the other has yet to be seen. Najee at 78%. Chase Brown, I don't know how to feel about him. Like, I don't feel great anymore. I feel okay. Like, he still might produce. We need some injuries that come through towards the end of the season. But we shall see. And then Rachaad White at 30%. I still like that one. Gabe Davis at 54%. This is through all my 155 drafts after the NFL season, whatever. Christian Watson at 40%. JSN at 34%. I'm curious. Let's see the 25. I'm sorry to let's go to BBM. Christian Watson at 56. Gabe Davis at 54. JSN at 35. So same three, but different order. The tight end, it's Chico Conquo, Luke Musgrave, and Greg Dulcich. Very interesting. I don't think anything. I have yet to draft CEH. I'm not falling for that bandwagon pick again. If he beats me, he beats me. I'm not too worried about him beating me. Though I think he'd actually fit well with the Ravens. Just putting it out there that if he goes to the Ravens, like that's actually a good pick. And then I'll bite my words. Must be trying to trade him. Yeah, probably. Probably is. Probably are trying to trade him. But everybody already knows what he is. Decent third down back. That's about it. Yeah, and has the ability to play, an RB1 for a couple games. He has a Jerick McKinnon type feel to him, but they already have like a good version of Jerick McKinnon still. I don't know. Who do I have like one share of? Noah Gray, Pat Fryermuth, CJ Uzama, Cole Kmet, Isaiah Likely, Brock Wright, Darren Waller. I'm surprised I only have one Darren Waller. Mark Andrews, Dalton Kincaid. I think he just goes too high. Like I just can't grab him. I started all of these drafts like as soon as the reports of him like dominating everybody. Everything is awesome. I can't feel for the first time. We're going to go with Rondale Moore. I was going to go Jacoby, but I really don't like the Raiders. I figure I might be able to still get Kyler later. Who did I get? Do I have any quarterbacks? I don't think about. I can't remember. Tua tags. That's right. Tua tags. I can't feel for the first time. Who took? Oh, 80. Auto drafter. It's got a good team though. Got a good team though. I didn't think Rashee Rice looked good. Am I wrong? He looked like a guy that's out there on like that's just a guy, not like anything spectacular. I could be wrong. We're going with you. And then we're going to go with the late Desmond Ritter. Where are you? Oh, shit. Okay, so we have anything crazy going on? 3-5-3-2. Okay, now I gotta look at it. Jefferson, Allen, Devontae Smith, Aaron Jones, Joe Burrow. Why Joe Burrow? Dallas Goddard. You know that this guy was like, oh, okay, well, he is not going to take him. Grab T. Higgins. So he's like, I will throw it back, and I'll give him back here. I'm taking Darren Waller at 5. Like, that's where he was going last year. Taking him ahead of Hawkinson is kind of wild to me. Ooh, double elite tight end here. I should have on the clock. I was going to take Kyler. Oh, well. What are we looking at? Running back. We need some running backs. We got a running back. Singletary. I love it. I do. Solid. I'm just trying not to lose a running back. Right? Like, if I can come in the top 6 of running back every week, which I think Najee's going to be RB1, giving me nice numbers. And I know everybody's like, oh, well, Jalen Ward's going to be the running back. Okay, man. Sure. Okay. If you think that he's going to take the sole ownership of that role, you're absolutely insane. Can he take some more share? Well, yeah, which might be good for Najee. Think about every time he's going to come out there, he's going to come out fresh and he's going to fucking knock some people's heads off. That's okay with me. A 0 tight end build. It's 266. Nothing too crazy in this lobby. Other than this guy. I can't breathe for the first time. Let's see, was my quarterbacks the same? My quarterbacks were not the same. Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, then Derek Carr. Daniel Jones falls to 5th. I have 47% Jordan Love. I just find myself drafting more and more Jordan Love on underdog. And it's like, or I was. I think I'm going to smash that pick. Like, you know you got good value on somebody. It's like late round Jordan Love. It's not going to be late round Jordan Love next year. He's going to be in the 10th or like the 8th, 9th round next year, going like, where Daniel Jones is currently going in that range. And it's like where Aaron Rodgers is going right now, which I guess technically he sometimes goes after he falls. But man, did the quarterbacks fly up the board? Are we worried? Okay, we can make another round. I should adjust that. I do like Chuba Hubbard more than Zamir White. I should leave that in one place. All right, so we have I'm Always First. He has Hill, Olave, which I love Olave, Metcalf, Hopkins, Herbert, Connor, White, Pacheco, Elijah Moore, J-Mo, Zach Charbonnet, MVS, Mims, Gus Edwards, and Jake Ferguson. I like some of your picks, Dan. It's a good team. Solid build. Nothing bad about this team. I would suggest maybe at least, I don't know who you're going to go with your second quarterback, though. Titans, you could go with Ryan Tannehill, I guess. Sorry for taking 2 attacks from you. So I was like, I probably would have made this Mayer, and then probably got like a Jimmy G build. Because I know what's his name was floating around us, Jacoby Myers, for a hot minute. I'm just gonna grab Desmond Ritter here. I don't care about ADP. I never have, and I never will. Bobby two pops breaks. Last night, some dude took 5 quarterbacks in the first 5 rounds, screwing everyone basically. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but that's not the worst thing I've seen. I've seen 8 people draft, or one guy drafted 8 quarterbacks on underdog a few times. There's on underdog they'll throw out the draft. On DraftKings, if the guy went back to drafting normally, like he may not get the draft may not get thrown out. Last night's definitely nothing special. I missed a multiple hopeful picks by a few. Yeah, not the toughest draft out here, but it's pretty decent draft board so far. A decent draft so far. I can't breathe for the first time. Who else do we have in here? We got Dane here. Pick 9. Yeah. You got Bijan, ASB. Perfect. JT. Late JT, which is good for you, man. That's awesome. Christian Watson. You love to see it, but hate to see it in my draft. Kenneth Walker III. Gabe Davis. Looks good. You took a lot of my guys, which that's smart, in my opinion. John Dotson. David Montgomery, AR, Jared Goff, Sammy Laporta, Tyler Boyd, Isaiah Hodgins, Alec Pierce, Jerome Ford, and Luke Musgrave. I'm curious, like, if I didn't stream my drafts, what my what my ownership percentage would be, because like obviously you guys know who are my guys, and I'm not saying like you would have not taken them had I been streaming, right? But I was like thinking about like people know when I'm in a draft, like who I'm going to take, right? Like, generally, so he's not going to make it back to you. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like he's not going to fall. Like Najee's not going to fall to you. So if you don't take him in the 3rd, he's not going to fall to you. Like my boy Josh, he ended up taking Najee in the 3rd before me because he knew he wasn't going to get him in the 4th. And so, like you're not going to get certain players. And I'm curious if I did that, if I would like what my exposures would be like at the end of the season. I won't probably never stop streaming at this point. Like 13 people sitting here today, hitting that like button, watching me like I can't ask for anything better than that, man. I have a lot of Ritter too. Actually, I don't. I don't have a lot of Ritter. I like Ritter. I think he's in a great situation. I don't like him as a quarterback. He does this. He's very robotic. Like very robotic. But he's in a great situation. Yeah, it's not about Chad. It's not about where I get him. It's the combination of players of who I get with him, and you're taking the chance of not getting him if you take him and not take him in the 4th and take. It's like it's an ownership thing for me. It's not really I could get him later, right? Like that's what I did at the beginning. I was getting him later. I was being patient, but in all reality, I just wanted him on my team. Like why? If I think he's a league winner, why would I pass on him? Right? Why would I let somebody else have the league winner in my head? And so that's why I like it. And I comboed that up with taking Christian Watson, who I also think will be a league winner this year at his position. Remember, ASB last year was going in the similar spot. A lot of people say, "Oh, he can't repeat that kind of workload. He couldn't do this, can't do that," and I hammered him a little bit. But if I would have just slammed, the fucking hammer on him, like that would have been great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think I should go back to way I took stance, which is like taking 2 players and they're right next to each other on underdog, and on here they're like 4 picks apart, but they're still like in the middle of the 4th round. And if you take a whole bunch of that player and a whole bunch of another player from the same round, that combination of players is not going to be a lot together. Like, how many Najee Christian Watson teams do you have? Probably not a lot. You might have a lot of one or the other, but together, probably not a lot. And that's really where I'm more focusing on. Is that I want that combination like I had the Chris Godwin, Cooper Cup combination. Now, is it going to be perfect? Is it going to work? Nah, who knows? Like, it could do okay. And I could be wrong, which, look, guess what? We're fucking gambling here. We're not, we don't know anything. If you think you know anything, well, you're a fucking idiot. You don't know anything. I've been dreaming for the first time. And I'm not saying that against you, Chad. I'm just saying, like, people out there think they know stuff. We don't know shit. I like to think I know stuff. And I like to think I have good player takes. But in all reality, I could be wrong. That I'm not going to say I can't be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong for my pick's sake, but I easily could be wrong. I'm not one of those guys. I was very wrong last year. Which of the Chicago RBs do you take? I take Herbert and Roshan Johnson. I'm fading Deontay Foreman. To be fair, I've been fading Deontay Foreman since he's on the Texans. It's been a long fading version of that man. I probably have 1 or 2 shares of him, though. Who took Puka? I was going to take Puka. Good pick. Good pick, 3-hole. That's okay. I should probably draft another running back anyways. Probably should take Michael Carter. Ooh, maybe take Josh Downs here. Braxton. Or maybe a tight end. What do we have at tight end? 2 attacks. He's got Durham Smythe, I believe. Who else did I draft? Stafford. He's way gone. And Ritter. We already had Pitts, so we might just run into Pitts and Dulcich. We ran a practically 1 tight end to win it, so. He had an injury on his side. I'm hoping that might push him back to the last round. It wasn't like it didn't look anything bad. He walked up on his own power. I like Herbert the best. I just think his explosiveness. If he could stay healthy, he would be an elite tier running back. And if they gave him the ball enough. But at the same time, if he gets the ball too much, then he gets hurt. So it's like a don't pull too far in the string kind of deal. Kind of dealio. Roshan, I think, has good upside. I didn't really like the way he ran. To be pretty critically honest, it's like an eyesight thing. I don't like the way he looks in the form. I don't know. He just looked tight. I don't know. Maybe he bulked up for the NFL. You know who I did like what I saw? It's Keaton Mitchell. Maybe I don't know how to spell Mitchell or Keaton. So, he get drafted? Somebody tell me how to find Keaton Mitchell. How do I find Keaton Mitchell? I don't have anybody in my fucking player queue. Tits. I'll have one. I'm not sure of that. Castmans. Is Keith Mitchell in the player pool? It's going to be a Ravens symbol. Because he is a rookie. Rookies don't get pictures. Are you kidding me? They didn't put Keaton Mitchell in the fucking player pool? Well, that's bad. Wow. I can't believe they fucked up like that. That's bad. That's bad. Like, he looked good. Like, yeah, he didn't get a lot of yards, but the touchdown run that he had and, like, his explosiveness to get to the outside, he looked good. I had to get my correlation, not how I wanted to end it. It happens. It happens. All right, let's see here. Stay. I can't believe Keith Mitchell's not in the player pool, especially after seeing preseason. Anywho, all right. I'm always first, Mr. Colburn Welsh. We'll start with you. We had Tyreek Hill, Chris Olave, DK Metcalf, DeAndre Hopkins, Justin Herbert. Did you hold up? Justin Herbert? I didn't realize you got Herbert with no Chargers. I like it. That's what I do. My boy Dennis always definitely gets on me for that. Connor, Rashad White, Pacheco, Elijah Moore, J-Mo, Zach Charbonnet, MVS, Mims, a little correlated piece there. Gus Edwards, Ferguson, Tyler Conklin, Ryan Tannehill, Deuce Vaughn, Trey McBride, and Donald Parham. Wait, you got Parham over McKitty? Man, you got to take the McKitty, man. No, I do like it. 4 tight ends, so that's pretty wild. You should have got Darius Davis. You get that punt return, a specialty. I think this should not to tell you how to draft or whatever how to do your own team. You got 3 tight ends, but I think Darius Davis is the route you go here. Unless he got drafted, I don't think he got drafted. Yeah, I think next time take a shot on Darius Davis. I think it'll be worth your dollar pick right here. All right, I think I'm next. All right, I went Kupp, Waddle, Najee, DJ Moore, Drake London, Chris Godwin, Kyle Pitts, Tua Tags, Bateman, McKinnon, Dulcich, Rondell Moore. That was kind of like a weird, like, I didn't have a good pick here. I don't know. Stafford, Singletary, Chuba, Desmond Ritter, Zamir White, Michael Wilson, Josh Downs, Hassan Haskins. I went to Haskins because I just feel like he's going to get the workload after Derrick Henry goes down or whatnot. And then Dane from the 9th spot, he had Bijan, ASB, JT, Christian Watson, Kenneth Walker, Gabe Davis, John Dodson, David Montgomery, AR, Jared Goff, Laporta, Tyler Boyd, Isaiah Hodgins, Alec Pierce, Jerome Ford, Luke Musgrave, Kareem Hunt, Hunter Henry. That's a good name. Hunter Henry, Calvin Austin the third, and Chris Evans. Nice. Chase Brown still getting drafted ahead of Chris Evans. That should be flip flopped. Oh, that's silly. So you got to steal here a little bit. I still like Chase Brown, but man, they don't like Chase Brown. I actually think that this auto drafter had a decent team here. He ended up going, wait, hold up. A 2-4-12-2. We'd like to see that. CeeDee Lamb, Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, Josh Jacobs, Cam Akers, Miles Sanders, Deshaun Watson, Evan Ingram, Kadarius Toney, Nico Collins, Darnell Mooney, Gerald Everett. That's a weak 2 tight ends. Brock Purdy, DJ Chark, Van Jefferson, Hunter Renfrow, Mecole Hardman, John Mechie, Terrence Marshall, Josh Palmer. Like all solid number 2 wide receivers through here. Like number 2, could be a number 1, but probably number 2. And number 2, and number 2 to Elijah, and number 2 to Brandon Cooks. He's got a full squad of number 2 wide receivers. Got good. I understand why he went 4 running backs, though. Nick Chubb, Jacobs, Akers, Sanders. Now, I would never do that with Akers, but I get if you like Akers and have high expectations, makes sense. Not what I would do, but I see it. Not every team is a winner. Not every team is a winner. Do we have any contests still going? It still hasn't cashed out. It takes forever for these things to cash out. How my baseball doing? Oh, the opponents have 85. I have 34. Looks like I will not be cashing in baseball tonight. I will not be cashing in baseball tonight. Yeah, I ended up the draft ended up falling to me pretty good, and I had a really good Week 17 correlated team overall. I didn't get a Giants piece, but it's okay. You don't have to force anything. I feel like in fantasy football, I feel like people force things and they don't have to. Yeah, not often. I don't know a player, so I'll have to get on him on one of my last money makers. Yeah. If you tune into the last game, he had a couple catches, and he had the 60-yard punt return. So at minimum, if he gets a punt return, he gets 6 points. And you don't need to have him but if you want to force a Charger onto your team, he's a good pick for it. And thank you, Dan. I like your team as well. I think we're going to battle it out. We'll see. I hope one of you guys, if I don't win it, I don't get through. I hope one of you guys do, and I hope one of you guys take it down if I do not get to the finals, which is very possible. I don't even know what my teams look like in there. Let's look at the 3 $9 teams upcoming. Entry fee? Can I do that? Hold up. We'll pull it up back up. Is this the one we just did? No, I don't think so. Okay. So we had that first one we just did. Oh, this is a Silas Jackson. Who else is in here? Rob. Oh, this is the one I did with Rob, where I was I didn't snipe him, but I jumped in the same room as him. Let's see here. I ended up with a Burrow, Najee, Pierce, Chase, Watson, Chris Godwin, T.J. Hawkinson, Bateman, Dillon, J-Mo, Greg Dulcich, Jordan Love, Irv Smith Jr., Kendre, Marvin Mims, Chase Brown, Jalen Hyatt, Josh Downs, Baker Mayfield, and Charlie Jones. Let's see the last one. Upcoming. I think it'd probably be the middle. Is this it? Yep. So this one I did with Dennis. Who else is in this one? Is that it? Alrighty. I had 2 attacks: Najee, McKinnon, ASB, Waddle, Christian Watson, Darren Waller. So my one share of Waller is the same. I have 1 hero. That's crazy. Drake London, JSN, Quentin Johnson, Jordan Love, Gerald Everett, Kentry Miller. That doesn't feel great. Jaden Reed, Chase Brown, Marvin Mims, Leonard Fournette, Luke Musgrave, Izzy A, Zamir White. Last round. The last round, Zamir White feels good. That feels good. Actually, this team feels pretty decent. At wide receiver, we feel good. Tight end, we feel good. Quarterback is decent, which I think Jordan Love's the top 5 quarterback this year, maybe top 6 at the very least. A 2 quarterback. I don't do too many 2 quarterbacks. Tight end makes sense. Everett, Luke Musgrave late. That's a good team. I like the team. Doesn't make the team good. It's just a team I like. All right. I went on a little rant there. I was just looking at things I wanted to look at. We'll be back tomorrow at 8:15. We'll do one more. We'll do a draft. I don't know which one we'll do. I'll look at it on my phone before I go live tomorrow. And I'll make the title whatever we go live in. And I appreciate everybody. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun.